My name is Rhapsody, and I just recorded an entire episode while I was muted. So, how's your day going? Hopefully better than that. So, that was supposed to be the final run that I was going to record for the day before I clocked off, so to speak. And looking across at the recorder as I realized, wait a second, I might be muted for this episode, only to have it confirmed, was an absolutely heartbreaking moment, let me tell you. So I am going to try and have the best Ascension 15 run I have ever had as Ironclad, just to make up for a little. Just a little make up for it. Come on. Please, video game, provide. There's a lot of upgrades I can get here on the first floor if I take this path. So therefore, I'll take the path. You know, the one with all the upgrades. So, on that run, I did the daily and lost, actually. I tried to make a really aggressive build. Speaking of a really aggressive build, I'll take an early rage and see if I can make that into something. I tried to do a really aggressive build. It didn't necessarily work out. I was trying to get myself a higher score for the daily. That's fine. That's totally fine. After that, I went and did a Defect Ascension 1 run with a random assortment of daily modifiers on, and that was a really good claw deck. And it was nice fun. I'm really sad that it, you know, didn't happen. At least in a format that would be worth anyone watching. I'm not gonna upload 41 minutes of me sitting there just controlling the game, going through the motions, those kinds of things. And at the very end, there's a moment where I unmute and then go, oh. Not necessarily the best or most entertaining content, so I've decided to stick it in and just go again. That said, I am probably going to be focusing on more aggressive builds just because, oh, that's how I feel right now. Like, I really want to be aggressive. Have these runs kind of go through as quickly as possible. I don't want to sit here and play a huge defensive build, stay here for a billion years in each fight. No, thank you. So why have I taken Rage and then Iron Wave immediately after? Talosai is nice. So the reason I've taken that is because I think that if I have Rage, obviously I need like a bunch of attacks in my deck. But an attack that provides defense means that despite the fact that I'm loading my deck with attacks, those attacks aren't necessarily leaving me defenseless for the turns that I don't have Rage. Getting the upgrade on this bash is really important because I am about to go for an elite. Oh, that's really annoying. At the very least, we got a couple of our skills through on the opening hand there. Okay. Yeah, we're going to take a fair couple of hits before we get out of here. Okay, 17, so I need Bash and... Oh, never mind. It's fine. I don't need Bash because Bash is upgraded, so it already had the extra duration. Pair, upon pickup, raise your max HP by a number. Disarm? No, Inflame makes more sense here. Damage is what we're lacking in this deck so far. I'll also drop the Fairy in a bottle for an Essence of Steel because I believe in myself. Upgrade the Inflame as soon as possible as well. Toxic Egg, whenever you get a skill card to your deck, upgrade it. Okay, so, Body Slam. I think Body Slam now makes sense for this deck. I don't want to have to take damage this combat if I can avoid it at all. Lessens the playing field down to 2. It will end up taking 2 damage, but I think that's the loss we take here. Unless we draw absolutely awfully. Never mind, we managed to. Go us. Brutality actually does make sense here as well. Drawing extra cards per hand is really, really important when you're relying on the combo factor of playing a zero cost card and then a bunch of other cards that it had affected. Taking 2 damage there in order to get the Inflame out. Probably should have, as it turns out. Yikes. I'm not going to split the enemy here. Despite the fact that I'm about to be weakened, I feel like I have stronger splits on the way. Yeah, even that's already a stronger split. Gets us closer to just having the one target on the field. And that's where we really get to shine. Flex, pre-upgraded. It's pre-upgraded, and it perfectly fits into the same deck that Rage fits into, which is play the low-cost skills and then a bunch of attacks after that. I don't know if that's an Ascension 15 deck. I suspect strongly it isn't, but I'm more than happy to try it. I am more than happy to try and get a zero-cost skill set up for attack deck running. I mean, like, a couple battle trances and it's not... I mean, it's not that far from working, right? This deck could also probably withstand, at this point, a single Blood for Blood, just because I have the Brutality, or a Barrage. We might be able to turn this into the Barrage, sorry, Rupture. We might be able to turn this into the Rupture deck that I have been so sorely lacking recently. It constantly shows its face only to hide again amongst the shrubbery. I will have you one day. Incredibly interesting archetype for a run. Yeah, bloodletting's not necessary here, despite the fact that it's pre-upgraded. I don't have the draw to support it. Great. Thank you, Rage, for getting us through that turn very, very effectively. Don't think I need to play the Brutality here. There's the Entrench. Like, it's really good overall, but only if I have Barricade. But then again, do I take Barricade after the next boss unless I have the Entrench? I don't necessarily think so. I'm gonna take the Entrench. I think I can end up with, like, really, really good block values off the back of it. I also think the Brutality does need to be in my opening hand, so we'll get that done now. Play all of them. And still short myself by 5 on the defense. Wild. Wild that we can play all of them and still be short. Metallicized does need to go out there, though. Dash and strike happily. Yeah, I think this is more go as aggressive as possible and then hope that Rage turns up on the right turns. Just because I don't want to end up in a position where the enemy is suddenly pivoting to their 6 attack and I haven't attacked up until that point enough to be able to kill them. This is what I'm talking about this turn. I need to be able to kill this turn. Yeah, beautiful. And that's why I was accepting so much damage earlier, just so that turn wouldn't be bad. Double tap versus Immolate, double tap pre-upgraded, especially with Rage and Iron Wave. It's got to be the double tap. Damn it. Whenever you lose HP, draw 1 card. I'm going to take that just because I have the Brutality in the deck. So the idea is I draw 2 extra cards for 1 Brutality. That's pretty good. That's a black card, right? Neural network, right? That's a black card, as in the modded series black cards. And those are specifically built to be, how do I say this? Broken AF? I think that's what the kids are saying these days. Ooh, double giant bash there. I really would like an energy relic, but yeah. I can only complain so much. I ended up withdrawing an extra card per turn. I can hardly be sad about that. I'm sure if I tried, I'd be able to, you know, well it up, muster up the strength to be mad about it, but I shouldn't. Definitely shouldn't. Havoc versus Whirlwind is good here as well. Yeah. Whirlwind is just good. It's just good. Even unupgraded, even without extra energy, it's just good. Shame that Double Tap showed up in that hand, though. Really, really want extra energy. Please, video game. Provide to me this extra energy I crave. Oh. I only realized halfway through that I didn't already have a Rage Blade that turn. It's okay, though. I don't necessarily think I would have turned around. Like, just because I was frail. There's another flex. So this is a flex and wild Whirlwind deck. Apotheosis. It's pre-upgraded as well. It's hard to turn down. Another Rage is a really good card as well. As Anchor, started combat with an extra 10 block and then remove a strike there. I think the deck just became so much better in just that one space. I'm really, really pleased to see. Oh, the apparitions immediately upgrade on inclusion to the deck here as well. That said, the extra Rage now makes less sense. I'm still happy to take it though. Oh, hell yeah. Double flex Whirlwind, Sands, no. Unfortunately, I think I had to play all of those out there. There's another apparition in the deck, though. Yeah, of course we don't get to it. It's fine. Yeah, I feel like this deck is actually probably too thick to only have 3 apparitions in it, which 3 is all you're offered as a result of this Ascension mode. At the very least, we got the Ritual Dagger off effectively there. And if there was ever a turn to draw that hand, that was going to be it. Beautiful. Pocket Watch, every time you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your turn afterwards. True Grit. Warcry? Maybe I want Warcry. Yeah, I want Warcry. Drop a... Oh, I would drop a Poison Potion, but 2 Poison Potions together is really good. I'll prove it by using it in this combat. I'm also going to short myself a card play just to draw extra cards in the next turn. Primarily because I wasn't comfortable with how I thought the enemy was going to be acting there. Ideally, I want Ritual Dagger to get the kill. But if I can't, then I can't. That's fine. Okay. I'm not going to... Hang on. I draw 2 extra cards to turn it. I might get Ritual Dagger here, I guess. Damn it. It's too late to go for Searing Blow. Uppercut I don't have the energy for. The other one's a Wild Strike, so, you know. You know. Hit the Whirlwind upgrade. Yes, I understand that I might have, or rather I have Apotheosis in the deck, but Whirlwind is still an important upgrade. Whetstone upon pick up a correct range attacks. Really? If only that hit the dagger, I would have been in a great position. Yeah, I'm not playing that Apparition. I can just play that on a later turn. I also shouldn't have played that Strike, just gotten the extra draw on this turn. It's fine. I think ultimately that one's going to work out for us. So I'm accepting some damage this turn to have more Apparitions left in my deck so that I can actually get back to them and use them effectively. So I can gain 14. Yeah, that seems like a good idea then. 15 rather, sorry. There's the Apparition. Double tap that Whirlwind. Didn't get the Apparition this turn. Okay, so it's lethal this turn or I die. So that's 30. 30 plus 27 is 57. That's not lethal. Yeah, we don't have lethal either way. Yep. 6 HP away from staying alive there. That's what I get for trying to build an aggressive build and going up against having the extra card every turn was great, like the Runic Cube, but also missing out on extra energy was really, really crippling. Having, instead of the Runic Cube, just one Battle Trance in that deck and then a rare instead would have been so much better, I feel. Sorry, boss relic that gives us an energy. A rare? Apparently I consider those to be rare. I mean, I guess they are a little rare. Juicer Bracelet. Normally the encounters are no longer in question mark rooms. That could actually be really, really effective this floor. Last run, the one that was lost to time, shall we say, was also a loss on the second floor for the first run, and then a successful run thereafter. Now, I don't mean to assume, but this could follow the second path. Here's hoping. I'm gonna take a Twin Strike just for damage early, I feel. It's obviously not the card I was trying to cast there. Damn it. I should just, rather than trying to split constantly between using the numbers and using the mouse to actually hover over the individual cards I intend to cast, I should just decide in one direction and stick with it, because I feel like I'm just becoming bad at doing each of them. Alright, I'm going to take the Wild Strike. I am very clearly going for a Perfected Strike build right now. Removal? Damn it. I'm going to take the aggressive ones there. And move out in this direction as well. Trying to go into the aggression. Okay. Straight up kill the backliner on the first turn. Sure, I'll take damage. That's okay. It's totally worth it for tamping down the amount of damage that it is possible for me to take on the rest of my turns. Beautiful. Most of my defense is left in my deck as well. Lovely. Oh, lovely. Again, I've got an upgraded defense in my next hand at least. Perfect. Perfect. Could not have worked out much better than that. Down goes the Sentry. Hello to Perfected Strike. Nope. Twin Strike though. Happy to take it. Bash needs to be upgraded, especially with the inclusion of the extra Twin Strikes and Perfected Strike. I'm getting ahead of myself on those Perfected Strikes. Not just yet, Ryan. Not just yet. Flex makes sense, especially considering how many of the extra Twin Strikes we have in the deck at the moment. Pendim, every 10th attack you play deals double damage. So for that reason, I'll play an attack here on turn 1. And I'll do it on turn 2 as well. Damn it. I'm going to wake the enemy up this turn. So next turn, I'm just going to take a bunch of damage, but next hand is going to be so good. I mean, come on. Look at that. Can't turn down having that as an aggressive hand, that is. That'll do. Goodbye, Lagavulin. Head low to Matryoshka. The next 2 non-boss chests you open contain 2 relics. Yeah. Demon form is currently like our best better to win condition. Oh, screw this. One damage short of being able to actually take a target out. It's important to kill the Gremlin Wizard while I have access to killing the Gremlin Wizard. If it starts getting blocked every single turn, then I just end up dying. And, no. Not a fan of that, actually. Prefer to live. I know it's novel. It's just how I've always been. More of a liver. Me. I don't need to hit the enemy on that turn. I don't need to hit the enemy until I'm going to kill the enemy on the turn so that I don't have to take damage to them. Well, there's the perfected strike, but it's up against stuff I would have preferred right there. HP, please? No. I'll take the money there because HP is so important to me. Come on, perfected strike next hand. Alright. Well, I'm dying in this hand basically regardless, so... Play everything out, get revived by the fairy in a bottle, and then kill the enemy. Goodbye, Gremlin Knob. Hello, Warpaint. I'm pumping up upgrades from random skills, as well as another Wild Strike. I don't want too many Wild Strikes in the deck, but if I find a single evolve, then suddenly every Wild Strike was a good idea. Also, this hand, like, I'm already dead. 18 from the enemy right now, so... It's really important I split the enemy. Definitely a better order than the previous turns. That's okay, though. Ooh, Limit Break makes sense. All right, I have to rest here. It's very likely that I take the hit on turn 3 against the slime boss, so... I gotta rest. The most annoying thing here is I may take the hit and still end up losing. Yeah. Yeah, because I just don't have any defense this hand. I was really hoping I was going to get an early demon form or, you know, just defense. Is this my only hand that has had no defense? Because I think my earliest hand had a single block and then, yeah. Perfect hand with absolutely no defense here. Oh, you suck, game. How dare you? Okay. There we go. I managed to split the enemy, but it absolutely sucks. Demon form has to be played, otherwise I'm definitely losing this combat. Limit Break is so important to me right now. Can I get back to Limit Break? Limit Break, rather, please? Great. Woo! We managed to pull that back. Reaper? Damn. Feed is probably the best here for us right now. And not being able to upgrade things. That Limit Break and Demon Form both desperately want upgrades. I do have the Warp Tongs. I don't know if I can afford doing that, though. I think I'd take the Busted Crown. 2 fewer card choices is... okay. Like, I obviously was going a Perfected Strike build. Now I'm going for a Demon Form build. Okay, this path on the left has really early rests. as well as a super early shot that I'm very, very interested in. Sure, if I can get a feed off on turn 1, I'm gonna do it. You kidding me? Why would I not? Like, this deck is a single Reaper and like a couple copies of Shrug It Off away from being great. Ouch, though. Oh, come on. Bird. Stop doing giant hits every single turn. Oh, you are kidding me as well here, right? That bird refuses to hit for anything less than 1 billion points of damage every single turn. And I could not, even in a deck that has a bunch of twin strikes, find the ability to put it on the ground. There's Reaper. And Trip as well. Oh, Trip. I wish I could take it, but we have to get the pain out of the deck. I'm happy to do anything that gets us closer to the kill on this one. I do not have the ability to withstand you later on. There we go. Regen potion. Thank you. Thank you very much. Upgrade all strikes and defends. You know I've got to do that. Oh, what a great event to hit there as well. Go for the regen potion here just because I know it's going to be necessary. I contemplated it for a bit. I couldn't see a way there naturally to get feed off. If you could, then congratulations. I could not. Well done. Great. I do like that we actually have a deck that is using Flex and Limit Break in it at the same time. Not many of us do that. I'm also going to upgrade the Flex because I think the instantaneous impact is more important for us right now. Feed is only if it kills a non-minion enemy, by the way, so these enemies count as minion enemies. That's okay there. I'm happy to burn it out. Oh, I should have just Limit Broke at the start there. That would have made some semblance of sense, rather than what I did, which made none. Good elite kill right there, though. No flies on me. Ollie Smooth Stone, start each combat with an additional... Start each combat with an additional dex. Start each combat with an additional dex. Running out of dexterity of the tongue for a moment there. Bottled Lightning. Upon pickup, choose a skill. Start each combat with that in your opening hand. I think I put Flex in my opening hand just for the possibility that I also have Limit Break there. And if I don't, then fine. Do I want Limit Break in my opening hand? Because in my opening hand, it only pretends to be like a doubling of Vajra, which is garbage. Centennial Puzzle. The first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. Very lovely here. Okay, 10, 10, 16. No, not lethal. Gotta go for those two if I want lethal. Maybe I can farm this one out, especially because the Limit Break just got upgraded. So effectively just sit here until the Reaper is incredible. What if I just use the Reaper now, though? Just gonna do that instead. I don't want to sit here for 1 billion years until Reaper becomes incredible. Bag of marbles at the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That's Clothesline. We don't have any weakens in the deck so far, and it comes pre-upgraded. Yeah. Bash is actually what I intended to remove from this deck, but it's already upgraded, so I'm feeling a little more skittish about doing that. That said, I did just include a trip into... No, I didn't. I didn't have the money to include the trip into the deck. Should have looked at my deck first rather than committing to the option. So in this position, I'll look at my deck and realize there's nothing I want to remove. I'm not going to do it. Great turn one there. Absolutely precious. Maybe we get back to that Reaper later. It's possible. Never mind, it wasn't possible. I should have played it. Champion Belt. Whenever you apply Vulnerable, also apply 1 week. That's super neat because the bag of marbles applies Vulnerable at the start of each combat to all enemies. So all enemies also have 1 week applied at the start of each combat. Oh, and if I get this, they also have another week applied at the start of each combat. That's so good. That's if I get this, though. It's entirely possible we end up dying here, especially off that turn. Okay. That was still a pretty reasonable turn, all things considered. I feel, at least. Red Mask at the start of each combat apply 1 week to all enemies. No need to take that anger, thank you. That's another flex. I don't necessarily know about that. That heavy blade comes with me, though. Yeah, I'm going to opt out of the card removal. Ancient Tea set. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. I want that just so that if I have demon form in the opening hand, it's all gravy, baby. Limit Break is also another important one to make sure that Doree has the upgrade. So you can see the enemy has 1 vulnerability and 2 weakness. Oh, so good. Yeah, that should have just been a defense that turn as well, my bad. Missed the strike that turn as well. Okay, fine. Focus up. The Reaper is here, but I'm also weakened. Fine. Not super pleased about that whole deal. Okay. I think... Yeah, we're fine. Phew. Like, I had ridiculous strength there, and I was worried, wait, am I gonna die suddenly? Like, despite the strength? We actually don't have AoE in the deck yet so far, so I think I have to take the Immolate. So, definitely. Extra energy. Happy to get extra energy in exchange for not being able to change my potions past this point. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. And I've only got to fight 2 elites for it. That seems like my kind of path. 3 upgrades, 2 elites. Great opening turn, if I do say so myself. I may have the ability here to just wait until I can full heal for the end of the combat. But also, I might as well not. Yeah, let's stick with the whole might as well not. Oh, what? We made it to full HP? Oh, imagine my surprise. Yeah, I'm going to throw out the extra attack there. So I throw out the extra attack just because it's really important that target goes down as quickly as possible. I don't want to be the stick in mana preventing it, rather. Okay, no need for demon form yet. Obviously, you should have limit broken at the start there. Reaper. Damn. Sadly, Reaper was in the wrong hand there. You have Incense Burner for every 6 turns, gain an intangibility. Oh, okay, this is the kind of feed that we can get to work. Perfect. Repulsor is also actually going to be probably pretty easy to deal with. So I'm going to sit here and let you build up so I can heal off of you. The reason I'm going to let the Repulsor build up is because the Repulsor doesn't really build up. The Repulsor just constantly tries to deal, what, 9 damage? That's pretty easy to shake off. I'm just looking for another limit break and then the Reaper. Come on. It's barely even worth it past that point. Sword Boomerang makes a lot of sense with the amount of strength that we're putting into this deck. Sword Boomerang just hitting multiple times effectively. I'm not going to go for multiple here. Yeah, just because our choices are limited. Jack of all trades. I don't know if I want to include that. Don't think I do. If we just had an early immolate here, that would have been so good. Okay. Highest HP target goes down across the board there as well. Wild. Oh, good heals in that combat though. Whirlwind obviously has to be in this deck, even if it's not upgraded yet. Very, very important. Nice try on the resummon. How about I just kill him again, though? Okay, my second hit here is double damage. So I can bash you, and then this is 19. 19 doubles to 38. 38 with vulnerability is an extra 9, so 47. 47, 12 is 59, plus 16, 16, so 32, 59, 16 is, sorry, 59, 32 is 91. If I use the energy potion, I should be able to kill the Raptomancer this turn. I counted wrong, but it's okay, it's in my favor. Meat on the bone. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal for 12 HP, as well as a burning blood there. I have Sozu, by the way, so I couldn't have taken that potion, even if I wanted to. And I did want to, which is why I know. Again, Swift Potion, same dealio, fam. We get the Whirlwind upgrade. Yeah, Whirlwind upgrade first, sure. Just because it's really good on the floor clears here. Quetstone upon pickup, upgrade 2 random cards. I could take the Sapphire Key here, but there's no way I beat the boss at the end of the run. Yeah, there's no way. I'm not doing it this time. I've thought that a lot of times recently and then aired into doing it regardless, but it's just not happening this time, so. I'm not even going to entertain the possibility. Okay. Immolate? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's worth it at that point. I really hate it when Demon Form and Limit Breaker on the absolute bottom of the deck, being, you know, 2 of the most important cards for my damage output. That said, the deck should be resilient enough that it can get to that point without being scared for its life, but also, whatever. Still, it's all easier if you just draw a little bit better. Great. Damn it, I was really hoping everyone was going down this turn. Hence the whole great thing. Well, I guess I still have Immolate left in the deck, so I'll try and set up for that. Would have been lovely if I had the ability to get something off with that whole feed there. Don't believe I did, though. That said, I've left myself with double damage on the start of the next combat, as well as another upgraded, pre-upgraded, might I add, sword boomerang there. We'll upgrade our own as well. So just the conveyance of our strength and damage. Use the max HP there happily. Hit one more and a final upgrade on a twin strike. And see how the final combat treats us. So far, incredibly well. That's a good opening to the final combat here in Ascension 15. Gotta say. Okay. 42 incoming is a little bit rude, but that's fine. I kind of had to be able to expect that. Also, demon form? Hey, thank you for turning up. Eventually, demon form. Much appreciated, friend. The incense burner has actually been doing, like, low-key, incredibly important work in the background. That said, 23-minute clear in Ascension 15 there. We definitely had the relics absolutely handed to us over the course of that run. The Perfected Strike was not really part of it, nor the Wild Strike. So, like, Perfected Strike as well as those two Wild Strikes could have been cut from that deck to make it significantly better. It was entirely focused around Demon Form, Reaper, you know, the two Sword Boomerangs, Heavy Blade there in the end of the game as well, Whirlwind, Limit Break, and Flex. And obviously the Twin Strikes is a early conveyance of the extra damage in terms of strength. That deck clearly didn't defend itself. It had 4 copies of Defend and then 1 copy of Reaper, which is kind of like after the fact defense because it heals you back up from the damage you've taken. Decks like that don't always work, and a lot of the time they never work. Yeah, that doesn't, that whole sentence doesn't work. But as the Ironclad, you have the ability to heal for 6 at the end of each battle, as well as Meat on the Bone, although the fact that I didn't use it kind of detracts from that statement. Also, the Incense Burner. We had a lot of things just giving us incidental defense, or something that makes up for a lack of defense. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been, haha! Got another episode done. Even after I accidentally didn't record my voice for a whole episode. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.